Hello guys, welcome in. So we'll be starting in 5 minutes time. So we're just waiting for the rest to join in as well. So just to check, how's your holiday going? So happy happy Malaysia Day. All right. So we'll still wait for the rest to join in. Just to check with you guys, are you guys able to hear me? You guys able to hear me? Just drop me a chat in the chat box column. All right, thank you for the reply. So we are still waiting for the rest to join in. Okay. So today's topic will be more relaxed. Will be more about what basically reflects digital asset prices. Okay. So we'll be going to why is regulated platform important. So we'll be touching on those topics as well, and a few other interesting topics as well. So stay tuned. We will be starting sharp in by 8:30. Hi, welcome in, Lynn. Happy Malaysia Day to you. Just give the rest a couple of minutes time, then we'll be able to start. Thank you for the wish, Lynn. Happy Malaysia Day to everybody as well. Let's give the rest just a minute. All right, okay, let's start. First and foremost, if you guys have not joined my webinar session, so I am Surin, the key account manager for Tokenism Malaysia. Yep, thank you for asking, Mr. Sridharan. All right, my holiday is pretty much not really a holiday. I had a sharing session this morning to in one of the HRDF program. So basically training an entrepreneur to be a full-time trader on digital asset. So I hope the rest, you guys have a good holiday. Okay. So yeah, let me just continue. Okay, so I'm the key account manager for Tokenism Malaysia. So basically, we do this webinar session to basically, educate our clients out there, those who are new to Tokenism Malaysia as well. Basically, to get to know what is digital asset, and we do have question people asking how do you determine the movement of price of digital asset? How wide is it going up? Why is it going down? So basically, today's topic is about covering those particular chapter. So before touching those, I will also do some recap on what I've shared last month. Okay. Then I'll be sharing on some of the update on the price movement on digital asset as well. And then I'll also be touching on why regulated platform is very important. So this is a very crucial question, I will say. All right. Then we'll be touching more on the factors affecting digital asset price. All right, so this is very important. I always put a disclaimer here. So whatever I share here today is basically based on my own personal opinion. All right, so based on my own research, my own studies about digital asset, and I'm just sharing out to you guys. If you have any other opinions, that'll be good. So feel free to share as well. But whatever I'm sharing here today is basically based on my personal view. I may be having a different perspective, or you guys may be having a different perspective. So that is the unique about investment market. Everybody has their own way and style of looking at the market. Okay, a little bit of recap on what I've covered last month is basically covering on XRP, right? Basically, that is an XRP logo or token over here. So I will say basically XRP is more like a penny stock for digital asset. So basically those who are looking into a very I would say lower end of investment digital asset. So XRP will be a choice of yours. And I will also move further on what is XRP basically. So this is basically touching a very brief recap on XRP or Ripple. So if you guys want to know more what I've shared on XRP in basic, I have you can basically review on the YouTube video. We have actually uploaded the video of this webinar hosted last month. So I'm sorry if it's a little bit small. So basically, I hope you guys are able to see. So basically, there's a lot of difference between Ripple and XRP. People get confused that a Ripple and XRP are basically the same thing. So just to let you guys know that Ripple and XRP are not the same thing. So Ripple in general is the company. XRP in general is the cryptocurrency for Ripple. All right. So Ripple is a technology company that provides the most efficient solution for sending money globally. So basically, Ripple has a tendency to cripple the business nature of financial institutional, basically traditional banking methods. All right. So on the other hand, XRP is an independent digital asset. The XRP ledger, it's the open source blockchain technology behind it. All right. So how is one related to each other? So basically, Ripple is a software company that uses XRP and the XRP ledger in its product. All right. So basically, a Ripple tap on XRP product, and XRP on the other hand cannot be owned by any single entity. So basically, Ripple is not the owner of XRP. They are just tapping on XRP features and technology. So who controls whether it succeeds or fails? So basically, Ripple has their own board of director, and as you guys are aware, XRP is not owned by anybody. Basically, the community who deals in XRP determine the future of XRP. Who uses it? So basically, Ripple it's been used by financial institutions who use Ripple product, and XRP basically anyone can use XRP, build on the XRP ledger or basically XRP on their exchange. So basically, let's say now, if you guys are buying XRP in our exchange, so basically you are trading on XRP, that means riding on XRP features and profits if the price move. Who owns Ripple? Basically the founders and board of directors, and anyone can own XRP. So if you guys buy XRP on our platform, you are basically holding an XRP token in our wallet. So basically that is some of the recap on what I've covered on Ripple and XRP. So this is just a summary. Okay, so let me move on. Digital asset price movement. Basically, I'll be covering on the month of August and September price movement for digital asset. All right, so I'll be sharing my screen. Okay, so are you guys able to see? Okay, I hope you guys are able to see the screen. So basically what I have here is now this is Tokenized Malaysia platform, right? So basically you can see we have Bitcoin here, we have Ethereum here, and we have Ripple here, right? So this is what I've been saying, XRP, which is part of Ripple, okay? So you can see over here, the price has been moving very, very volatile, has been very volatile for the past 2 months. Even if you look at Bitcoin price, it's been moving up and down. Even Ethereum has been moving up and down as well as Ripple. Okay, so let's move on to the digital asset price update. So what I've covered here is I have the chart available for you. So if you can see, this is the month of, let me just scroll down. So this is the month of August. So I have July, August, and September here as at today, 16 September. So what happened here was Bitcoin was doing very positively when the gold price was very, very positive as well. Okay. So on 3rd September, basically Bitcoin price broke the crucial support level at this point. I will definitely say okay, my way of looking at digital asset price is that I will look at this 50 days moving average line, the blue color line. So once it broke this line, so it will be on a downtrend momentum. Okay. So basically somewhere on September 3rd, basically Bitcoin was on a very downtrend, heavy selling due to the plunge of gold price. I'm sure you guys have been following the gold price as well. So gold price was from 1,009, went all the way to 2,000 plus, basically create a record 9 years high. Then it basically dropped back below 2,000 due to the registered vaccination by Russia and some of the Europe country as well. So once the vaccine is there, so basically the price is, people say sentiment, all right? So people, when they say the vaccine has been registered, COVID-19 sentiment probably recover. So that is why gold price basically just tumbled down a little bit. So Bitcoin basically follow. So at this point, you can see basically the Bitcoin is doing some uptrend. So I'll be paying a little bit of attention on Bitcoin price. I'm seeing a very positive uptrend here, but I'll be more certain if Bitcoin can basically break this line here. So if Bitcoin is able to break the 11,200 resistance level, then I will say Bitcoin will be probably, all right, moving back to this level of 12,400. Okay, so will this be a very good buying opportunity? My personal view, anything at this level it's a very, very attractive level. Okay, so please do some research as well on the fundamental movement of Bitcoin, so which I'll be covering later on as well. So basically, this is pretty much Bitcoin price movement from August to September. So let's look on Ethereum. Ethereum has been a very, very I would say the favorite digital asset to look at in the month of August. Okay, so let's start on 31st July. It was trading at let me see, highest of 349.74 US dollar. Why am I sharing US dollar? Basically, it's easier to relate to things. All right. So then you can see we have slight of slow sideways movement for Ethereum at this point. So somewhere around 13 August, basically it start to do some positive trend. Okay, then it was on the consolidation phase, and the price start moving up on the news of Ethereum 2.0 and sentiment of the gold price as well. So basically it creates a record high of 475. Okay, so whoever was able to sold at this level, congratulations. Basically you guys were able to take profit at a very highest level. So right now the price consolidated and recovering. I would say it is recovering. And I also pay attention on Ethereum if it's able to break at this resistance level. Okay, I will probably be more alert on Ethereum price at the current point of time, because if you look at our exchange, it's basically at a very huge spread. Buying is at 1489 and selling is at 1548. So if you guys are new, so not to worry, doesn't mean that you need to have 1489 to buy 1 unit of Ethereum. So basically you can buy a fraction of Ethereum. So I can show you some example. So over here you can see somebody trying to buy Ethereum worth of 200 ringgit, possible. Even somebody tried to buy here at Ethereum worth of 1 ringgit 50 cents, so which is possible as well. All right, so not to worry. So if you guys have a very small capital to start with, which is good, it will be very good as well to look at some growing stock, I will say. Okay, so same trend as Bitcoin, basically is trying to recover as well. Okay, what about Ripple? So Ripple basically created a very, very unique price movement. So everybody was having a very bad impression on Ripple, probably could not recover over above the 30 cents, could be dropping further, but it was able to break August. Basically, it created a very, very positive momentum. Move. Okay, this is July. It moved from 20 over cents, 20 cents of US dollar, all the way to the highest of 33 cents US dollar. So that is a huge gain, I would say, right? So now, same as Bitcoin and Ethereum, basically the price it's on the recovery side, consolidating after a very heavy selling pressure on Ripple. So please do pay attention if you guys are basically trading on Ripple or investing on Ripple. It's on a sideways. It's not on the uptrend. It's still on the sideways. And I would say if Ripple is able to basically start showing an uptrend momentum, need to better pay some attention on those, right? So if you follow Tokenized Malaysia social media, every single day we will have some morning updates except public holidays and weekends, right? So during the normal working days, we do have our morning updates. So basically you can see the price movement and some expectation that you guys can look on digital asset. Okay, so Ethereum as well, you can see it was having a very positive uptrend and now it's on the sideways. So it still doesn't look any positive trend at the moment for Ethereum. So if you can see on the technical chart as well, still looking at the selling pressure. But it will be a different ball game. It will be a different ball game if Ethereum can close higher than yesterday's 375. So if you see Ethereum trading above 375 today, then you may see some positive momentum on Ethereum price. All right. So basically, that is some of the price movement update on digital asset. All right. So let me just start sharing again. All right. So that is on the digital asset price movement. So let's move into the importance of regulated platform. So let's have a little bit of chat here. I know we can't have verbally chat, but if you guys are able to drop some views on the chat box. So do you really think that it's important for a digital asset exchange to be regulated? So will you prefer trading on a regulated platform, or do you prefer trading on unregulated platform? So let's feel free to share some views. I would like to hear your opinion as well. Are you glad that finally Malaysia is able to have a regulated platform? So probably we can have some views from Stephen or Lin. Right. So regulated platform meaning that Security Commission of Malaysia has basically given 100% license. That means basically whatever you guys are buying from tokenized platform are basically legal. All right. It's pretty much secure. And yeah. So regulated, that's the meaning of regulated platform. That means we have a pengawas, I would say, a prefect monitoring our platform, which is good. I will say. All right. So what do you guys think about? Right. Thank you, Lin. Thank you for the feedback. Yes. Finally, in Malaysia, we were able to have a regulated platform. All right. And what about others? What others think about regulated platform? Do you guys think it's a good move by the Ministry of Finance to basically give a green light on digital asset to be regulated? Okay, so we have Lin who replied here, happy to have a regulated platform. Thank you so much, Lin. All right. So regulated exchange, why is it very important to be regulated? So let me just share some views here as well. Okay. For me, all right. So let's say if I'm a trader, I'm pretty much more amazed, probably to see Malaysia having a regulated platform because people has been trading on Bitcoin, and was back in 2016, 2017, but they are trading away from Malaysia. There is no basically licensed regulated platform. All right. So people do talk about, yes, Steve, thank you for your opinion. It's pretty much a very good move as well. All right. So that I'm on the same page as Lean and Steve as well. That finally we have a regulated platform. Basically, it's the platform is basically protected and is pretty much secured. So when people trade in digital asset, it's basically trading in stock market with Bursa Malaysia. So basically, Bursa Malaysia is regulating other brokers on their exchange. So is it on their broker house? So basically, Security Commission is basically overlooking the exchange of Tokenized Malaysia, Synergy, and Luno. I don't mind sharing all the three regulated platform names. All right. So yeah, so it creates more positive sentiments towards the market. All right, so these are the three approved regulated platform by Security Commission. Always keep checking on Security Commission website if there's any new platform which has been approved. If you guys are trading on a certain platform, do check whether are those regulated platform. If you guys are trading away of tokenized, all right, so you probably want to consider trading on regulated platform. I will definitely explain why it's important to be on a regulated platform. All right, so let's move. Let's move on the next slide. So this is one of the perspective I would say during the lockdown. Basically, cryptocurrency trading surged in Malaysia as lockdown cripples economy. So this is basically a record or a data on a regulated platform. I'm not talking unregulated platform. I'm not talking any platform away from Malaysia. So basically, what is being regulated in Malaysia? So we have some few data that the trading account has been increasing ever since we got regulated back in April, and during the lockdown as well, it boosted the trading account opening as well. So people are very much, I would say, embracing the approve of digital asset as a regulated platform. Okay, so I have another perspective here. There's two perspectives here. If you can see, there's two images here. All right. So one is talking about how his banking account has been blocked or suspended due to certain unforeseen reason. So another perspective, you can see a double-decker bus with a Bitcoin logo going around confidently. So these are two different perspectives. So on the left-hand side is basically a negative perspective. On the right-hand side, basically a positive perspective. So this Bitcoin double-decker bus is basically in Hong Kong, right? You can see it's been advertised openly. It shows that acceptance level are there. Okay, people start to look at digital asset as a source of investment. Okay, so it is not too late for any one of us to be in the boat on digital asset, right? So there are two perspectives. People are still very skeptical about digital assets. So that is why we from Tokenized Malaysia are doing the knowledge sharing session, are going out there and educating people about digital asset and talking about regulated platform as well. Okay. All right, so this will be a slide on why regulated platform is very important. So first and foremost is protection of traders, investors, and institution of the market. So basically, if you guys on board on regulated platform, you guys are basically protected by the law. All right. So for protection and traders, basically traders on this platform needs a high degree of protection and guarantee that funds invested are not lost to scam setups. Okay. So basically, all regulated platform need to pass few checklists by Security Commission. So if they are able to be regulated, that means they are pretty much a very secure platform. All right. So day to day or month to month, SC Security Commission still checking on our platform whether are we able to meet their guidelines. So yeah. So even Security Commission are not stopping in terms of checking, in terms of doing all the inspection on a regulated platform. All right. So once a platform is regulated, all right, so basically we are able to get insurance to cover or basically to protect the digital asset exchange as well. So set a new foundation for new exchange users. This is quite important to help facilitate the mass potential the digital asset industry are able to offer, all right? And the most importantly as well is to provide stability on the platform. On the platform as well as to the users at the same time, okay? So the crypto market is primarily categorized as volatile and having a high regulated environment in place to provide that stability in the market needs and increase the confidence of crypto enthusiasts, basically crypto lovers, okay, and investors to put their money in this market. It may also encourage banks to accept crypto into the mainstream market in the future, or sooner or rather, I would say. All right. So once everything is in place, it creates confidence in every single level of the financial institution market. Right. So let's say you are an investor, you want to put your money in. So like myself, I rather put something that is pretty much secured and is pretty much protected. So I'm not too worried because I have Security Commission overlooking the digital asset exchange at the same time. So I'm very confident trading on a regulated platform. I will say that. Okay. So next, why is it important? So we have trustee and digital asset custodian. Basically, tokenized trustee will be BitGo. So basically, we have BitGo as our custody. BitGo is one of the top custodian in terms of in digital asset. And we have our trust account. We have a bank account. Basically, if you guys are onboarding a tokenized Malaysia and if you want to deposit your fund, you don't deposit to me. You don't deposit to my personal account, right? So basically, you're depositing into the company trust account. So if you have been trading on our platform, you know that our trust account will be UOB Bank, and we are still trying to onboard other banks as well. So it's easier for our users to basically have other options of depositing their fund into our trust account. All right. So that is one of the key element of having a regulated platform. Basically, we are having a trust custodian at the same time. Okay. And every single regulated platform, if you're on board, you have to go to KYC process. Basically, what is KYC is know your client. So basically, our operation team, our compliance team will check every single onboarding process. So it's pretty much a very strict. Okay. So if you guys have experience that if you have your proof of identity and then your face is not matching to your proof of identity, so basically you are not able to onboard. So let's say this is my face, all right? And suddenly I'm using my sister's IC to onboard on digital asset platform like Tokenized Malaysia. I would not be able to get my account approved, right? And proof of address. So if you have a document saying that, okay, your IC stating search that this is your address, all right, and you have another one to prove your address, let's say your utility bills, okay, it's still acceptable as long as it's your name. But we do have cases where they onboard and they attach proof of address which is not their name. So basically, they use their utility bill belongs to their spouse, parents, or basically a tenant using the renting house, probably a landlord utility bills name. So basically, it's not possible. Our operation team will not onboard you on our platform, but we do not reject you 100%. Okay, we do not reject you at all. We will definitely drop you an email saying that, hi guys, we noticed that your proof of address doesn't match your name, so kindly reattach your proof of address. So basically, our operation team are working, I would say, tirelessly on making sure that the onboarding process is pretty much smooth and easier for our client as well. So if it's tough, that is what regulated platform is. It has to be tough for onboarding. At the same time, it has to be smooth. Tough doesn't mean that you cannot onboard at all. All right. So what I mean by tough is that there are certain checklists that you have to meet. So you have to attach your proof of identity, you have to attach your proof of address, and a proof of local bank account. So basically, if you have a company and you want to open a bank account, it's the same. So I, as an individual, if I want to open a bank account, it's the same. So it is the same process on a regulated platform. So these are when things are tough in getting yourself on board on a regulated platform, it makes things more secure, I will say, okay? But so far, onboarding on tokenized platform has been very smooth. So even if there is any feedback on our client, we appreciate feedbacks. We will improvise on certain feedbacks that has been given to us. All right. So trustee are normally an appointed legal firms, and at the same time, as a regulated exchange in Malaysia, is also responsible to ensure we have anti-money laundering act in place. All right. So basically, we pretty much abide to the AMLA, which is Anti-Money Laundering Act. Okay, so it's not simple to launder money on a regulated platform or on a digital asset platform. We are very, very strict when it comes to this. Okay, so moving on. So next things to avoid. All right, if you come across any digital asset platform that says we promise a very high return or interest, so this is basically all the red flags. All right, so you want to be very, very careful. Doesn't really need to be digital asset platform. It can be any financial market platform. All right, so when they promise you a very high return or interest, these are a red flag. Guarantee that you can't lose money, this is a red flag. Little verifiable information on company or owners. Like Tokenized Malaysia, we are very visible. Okay, we make sure that we are able to be present with the people out there. Our social media is there. Our office is in Lembaga Getah, Malaysia. All right, every single day, whenever I walk to my office, I will tell myself that one day Tokenized Malaysia will be in KLCC. Hope we'll be able to sit in the KLCC office. So those are the things that we are there. Okay, we are very much very present. Even we have knowledge sharing session with HRDF program today. So basically, we are representing Tokenized Malaysia. We are going out there talking to people, having our booth set up. So if you guys have been following on social media, last week we have our booth set up in Lembaga Getah Malaysia office. So basically, to show people out there, hey, we do exist. We are a regulated platform. All right, come to us. We are here. And one most important thing is that on an unregulated platform is that it's very difficult to withdraw your funds. Okay, so these are few of the red flags that you want to pay attention to. Moving on. All right, so we have things to be on the lookout for. All right, only deal with reputable registered company. Okay, always check in SC website for lists of approved regulated market, regulated digital asset. Main difference is that visibility of the exchange. So this is very, very important. If you see digital assets very visible, pretty much they are very confident platform. And withdrawing of Ringgit Malaysia it's possible to withdraw from a digital asset if it's require you to convert into any digital asset or convert into any other currency. Basically, it's not safe. All right, so make sure you can verify the identity of the employee and owners. This is very, very important. So that's why we do webinar. People know, okay, if they see Surin, all right, Surin is basically with Tokenized Malaysia, so people know, right? Even if I go out for an investment talk on digital asset, and they will say, hey, that day I was watching your webinar, you were in SC program. So basically, yeah, they know that I basically represent Tokenized Malaysia. Okay, so let's talk about advantage of being regulated. All right, so regulation will make virtual asset ownership more secure. Yep. So in 2017, Bitcoin bull run was fueled by largely misinformed, casual new entrants. Basically, it creates a bubble, and a lot of things happened during 2017. Everybody knows what happened to 2017 Bitcoin. Basically, the price just just went up and then just basically create a bubble. Okay. So when you have a regulation, it makes the asset more secure. All right. So another part is that regulation puts an accurate valuation on a cryptocurrency worth. All right. So nope, I did not say the price will rise. I just said, okay, what I meant is that you are able to basically create a valuation worth, right? So a high cryptocurrency price is not necessarily a good thing. Bitcoin parabolic climb in the late 2017 led to a price retrace in which investors face massive loss due to an overvaluation, market manipulation, and outright scam, right? So once we are regulated, we do have our market sharing session. So probably we can get some analysts in to talk about their own valuation on digital asset. Okay. So regulation encourage investment into research and development. So basically, reputable, recognized market analysts or research, okay, a licensed researcher are able to give their views on those. Basically, I will say that once it's regulated, we have big names coming in to talk about digital asset. So it makes virtual asset easily to categorize and understand. And regulation creates binary virtual asset ownership. At the same time, this is the most important, which is will drive the digital asset price. I'll say a regulation give financial institution green light to invest. So imagine, right, we have during the RNCO, right, our KRCI market basically boosted up due to retail participation. At the same time, local institutional fund participation. So imagine if a local institutional fund can invest on digital asset, you will be able to see huge market volume coming into a regulated platform. Okay, so these are few steps that why digital asset need to be regulated in Malaysia. So basically to allow financial institutions to basically participate in the price movement of digital asset. And moving on. Okay, so let's move into the factors that affects influence digital asset price movement. Okay, the topic which we'll be covering today. So anyone has any idea why Bitcoin price is going up, why Bitcoin price is going down, right? What is basically the main character that influence the digital asset price? Anybody feel free to share your views. It's okay, no worries. All right. So I have 4 important indicators that basically increase the digital asset price. All right. First, we have the supply and demand, the most important thing. Okay. I will just talk about the main topic first. Oh yes, you are right. Okay. Gold is one of the factors. You are one of the factors that basically influence the digital asset price. Okay. But it's not the only indicator that basically influence the digital asset price. It's one of the indicator or factor that basically influence the digital asset price. Second, which we were discussing earlier, regulation of the exchange. This is very important. It creates a lot of mainstream on the price movement. Okay, third will be user adoption. All right, and fourth will be fundamental news. So my personal opinion is that these are the 4 crucial things that basically help. Oh yes, Mr. Emery, you are right as well. The devaluation of US dollar. Okay, these are some of the key indicators when it drops under the fundamental news. So which is very good. I do see a lot of Mr. Emery here is pretty much well versed on digital asset. Thank you, Steve. Yep, it drops under the supply and demand. Cool. So yeah. So these are the 4 indicators. Basically, you guys want to probably some of you guys already know, but let's dive deeper on supply and demand. Okay, first, the cryptocurrency rate depends on the balance of supply and demand. All right, this is the market law. All right, so wherever you go, even in equity market, futures market, All right. The most recent example I'll give during the drop, or I would say a very very severe drop on the oil price. Basically, it went below negative. Never happened before. It's because of the supply and demand. All right. So during the pandemic, there's not much demand of the oil. All right. So because people are not moving, people are basically locked down. Petrol stations are not operating. Okay, so there is no demand for oil or petrol. So there's oversupply of oil. Basically, everything just toppled down. So supply and demand is the key. It's the law of the market. You cannot run away from supply and demand. So anybody who trades on digital asset or equity market must pay attention on the supply and demand. All right. So while cryptocurrency is popular and is in demand, it will rise in price. So that is logic. When everybody start talking about Bitcoin, and back in 2017, that creates the market bubble on Bitcoin price. Everybody start dumping their money into Bitcoin price. Okay, so it creates demand. It creates demand. It creates interest on the particular coin, right? And if the offer is high and the demand is low, the price will fall, right? So when the supply is too much, as why I was giving you example of the oil price, the price will drop. And any leaps on the chart encourage traders to buy or sell. Okay, so like say, let's talk about tokenized platform. If there's no liquid on our platform and you guys want to buy, it's hard, and you want to sell, it's hard. It creates the anxiety, or probably I should not be investing into digital asset. All right, so there goes some of the investor traders on regulated platform. Okay, so, and if regulated platform are not able to supply the demand, people run away. So that is very important, to create liquidity on the platform. So when people are able to buy from regulated platform, it creates confidence. So more people will be coming into the platform. Hey, look, Tokenized Malaysia platform is pretty much liquid. You should be buying from the regulated platform, any of the regulated platform, rather than going into unregulated platform, because it creates confidence. So if you are able to talk out there and people start coming in, then you will see slowly in Malaysia the Bitcoin price or Ethereum or Ripple price will start going up, because people are buying. People start buying the digital asset price or the digital asset. So these are some of the few things that will create the demand on, or probably create the fluctuation of valuation of the digital asset. So coming into Mr. Emery's suggestion and Mr. Asari, right? Pretty much Mr. Asfar on gold price and Mr. Steve coin supply. Yeah, you guys are absolutely right. These are key fundamental on the digital asset price. So everybody knows during the COVID-19 pandemic, right? The US president has been printing, and not to say the US president, the central bank of US basically has been printing a lot of US dollar. It creates oversupply of US dollar. At the end, they have to decide to devaluate the US dollar, as what Mr. Emery was talking about. All right, so that creates more momentum on digital asset. People wants to be part of digital asset, right? Because there's no confidence on the notes anymore. People are start moving into digital asset. So these are some of the key indicators to look at on the fundamental part. Okay, gold price. So I'll be sharing some screen here. Okay, I'm going to share my screen here as Mr. Asfar shared about gold. All right. So let's see the correlation. All right. So I'm just going to open up my chart here. I'm not going to touch on the chart. I'm just going to show. All right. So basically, this is 11 August. I hope you guys can see. I'm showing here. This is 11 August. Okay. And let's see what happened on 11 August here. What happened to Bitcoin price? It dropped as well on 11 August. Okay. And gold price, when the market start climbing up, this is from July to August. Okay, this is basically from July to August. Basically, there are some correlation on digital asset with gold, basically Bitcoin. Okay, so for me, how I look at digital asset is that Bitcoin is the blue chip of digital asset. If Bitcoin move, Ethereum and Ripple may follow as well. It may not necessarily follow 100%, but there is some correlation between those smaller coin compared to Bitcoin. All right. So if you guys are saying, "Hey, Surin, I want to be part of digital asset investors. I don't want to miss the boat. But how do I buy Bitcoin? What's the fundamental behind this? I do not know anything." Doesn't mean that I'm buying Bitcoin. I'm just buying blindly. No, fundamental news are pretty much there. Okay, there are a lot of news as well. If I'm going to open here, let me see if I'm able to open up the news. So I don't have. Let me see here. Right. So there are a lot of news. Okay, you can read a lot of things from our trading chat as well, from our trading view. Okay. There are a lot of good opinions, basically a lot of reliable source as well to look at on digital asset. Fundamental news are there for you guys to relate on. Okay, so there is no way you guys can say, "Hey, nothing is backing up digital asset. I do not know why am I buying digital asset. Why? Based on what cost?" All right. So you have gold price to support. You have the fundamental news as what Mr. Emery shared about the devaluation of US dollar. We have also what Mr. Steve shared about coin supply. Yes, all this relates back to the factor affecting the digital asset price. Okay, so very, very important to basically, like myself, I personally look at every morning. Okay, let's say I go to sleep, I'll wake up in the morning, I will look at gold price and I will look at digital asset price. So I know how to start the day by advising to my clients, right? Right now, so what's happening here is that I always have this important watch list. I have gold price here, which is showing 1972.70. So basically you can see here it's on the higher end. All right. So, and Bitcoin price suddenly was very quiet in the beginning, and now it's touching 10,946. And just look at the market price now. So if you can see now, Bitcoin price on the selling is 45,000 and 44,310. So this is how you relate. You relate all these fundamental news on buying Bitcoin price. Okay, and let's say if you are trading on Ethereum and or investing in Ethereum, you do not know what to look at. So those are the few things to look at. Then you relate back to Bitcoin. So what is the blue chip doing? Is the blue chip doing well? So let's see how Ethereum is going to perform. So yeah, tips are there. Things are there. You guys can basically relate on. Okay. So thank you for the ideas on gold price, devaluation US dollar, and coin supply. All right. So let's see what's next. What we have next. Okay. Okay. Let's next look at regulation of digital asset or cryptocurrency exchange. As I said earlier, once it's regulated, it makes things so easy for other financial institutions to be part of digital asset. Imagine you have big names. Okay. You have big name. I'm not going to say any of the asset management name because I do not want to mention names. All right. So let's say asset management ABC start investing on digital assets. All right. Basically, let's say they start investing in tokenized platform. Okay. What's going to happen? The demand is going to be there. All right. When the demand is going to be there, the price will start moving up. Supply is able to match. So what if supply is not able to match, right? And the demand keep rising up. So price will start going higher and higher and higher. Okay. But what if it's not regulated and financial institution cannot participate in the digital asset industry? There's not high demand. If you want to compare retail, individual investor like us and institutional investors will buy in big volume. Basically, the demand is higher, and there's oversupply of digital asset, basically Bitcoin on the unregulated platform. But there's not much demand, so price cannot move that fast. All right. When there is demand, price will start picking up. But the price pick up at the same time, it has to be backed with a strong fundamental news. Will the crypto futures affect the price? I will not say. I will say yes, but it all depends. For example, US market, People look at Dow Jones futures as well. So basically, it creates an indicator on what's going to happen on Bitcoin. Okay, we have Bitcoin futures, but basically it correlate, not pretty close, but basically you are able to see the trend of the digital asset. Yes, it plays a very important role on determining the digital asset price. Okay, so that falls back under the fundamental news. Okay, if you are equity, I'm sure most of you guys look at equity market. All right, so basically you want to look at KICI futures to basically look and see how the market is going, right? So before equity market open, you basically will relate back on US market, how it did, and then you'll be looking at KICI futures, how is it performing. It's pretty much close relation on just to answer your question, Mr. Steve. All right. So let's talk about user adoption. All right. So what do I mean by user adoption is that right? So when people are able to understand better digital asset, right now, like Tokenized has been going around sharing knowledge, sharing ideas about digital asset. When people are able to adapt to digital asset, yeah, it's going to create more fluctuation, more volatility in the market. All right. So when people are able to to have access in social media, for example, our platform is able to give you headlines. All right. So people are able to read on what's happening. So the adoption level gets better. When it gets better, things move pretty much smoothly on digital asset. All right. And the most important part now is that on the fundamental news. Fundamental news, I have shared that it plays a very important role as well. So gold price, the economics. Let's say COVID-19 pandemic has been a very good example on fundamental news. When there's oversupply of notes, basically when there are a lot of stimulus package being announced around the world, right? The Bitcoin price start picking up because people are afraid economy is not able to recover. So digital asset is able to provide those alternatives to other opportunities. Okay, so people start buying Bitcoin, people start buying Ethereum, people start buying Ripple. So during the pandemic, you are able to see Ripple are pretty much announcing a lot of news. They are tying up with this bank, they are tying up with central bank, we are tying up with few banks. They are working closely with Japan on Japan's Bank of Japan, BOJ. Okay, a lot of news are coming out during the pandemic. So basically, this supports the fundamental news. Okay, so that pretty much pushed the price of Ripple or XRP from 70 cents to basically 1 ringgit 30 cents Malaysia. So it creates a lot of influence. It influenced the price of digital asset. So always important to read fundamental news. Okay, our side, Tokenized side, what the best we can offer is that our morning briefing, our morning breakfast, every single day without fail. As I said, if it's not public holiday or weekends, before 11 a.m. we will come up with our breakfast notes. Okay, there are news on oil price, on gold price, so on digital asset price, on the exchange rate. So basically, all these influence the market price. Okay, so that is the best we can offer for you guys in terms of providing fundamental news updates summary on day-to-day basis. Okay, so what about digital asset correlation with equity market? So let's see here. So I have investing.com. All right, I love to read news on investing.com to basically see what's happening in investing.com as well. Okay. So I hope you guys can see. So basically, okay, there's a question here. Okay, very good question, Mr. Emery. All right. For adoption factors, okay, we will come up with a statistic soon. We will try to get a statistic for you. I don't have at the moment, but we do have those statistics. We'll be able to provide you guys some adoption level. Okay, And I also be able to share with you that I was reading, okay, we will share on our social media that in Europe during the pandemic, people were able to buy Bitcoin in Starbucks, using Bitcoin to buy Starbucks drinks. So yeah, will that come into Malaysia? We hope so. We hope so. So once all these are able to relate, then yes, all these will be affecting the digital asset price. But yes, Mr. Emre, that's a very good suggestion. We will definitely come up with a statistic on user adoption on digital asset. Okay, if you realize that on our social media we do write mediums, so this could be a very important. This could be one of the topic that we're going to cover on. So thank you for suggesting, Mr. Emery, and we will come up with all those statistics and show you some example of Starbucks drink that can be bought using Bitcoin. Okay, so that's one of the example. Another example in Argentina, basically Burger King works closely with the government of Argentina and digital asset exchange in Argentina on how to promote Bitcoin. So people in Argentina who goes to Burger King, if they purchase Whopper burger using a Bitcoin, basically they pay using Bitcoin, they will be the balance or basically a point will be given to them in terms of Whopper coin. So those Whopper coin you can use to sell on the platform, or basically use the Whopper coin to purchase your next purchase on your burger. Okay, so basically things out there, okay, away of Malaysia has been placed, but we are not able to relate. For example, I will say a very good example, China. So back then in China, nobody believed in e-wallet. When Jack Ma was talking about e-wallet, people think that he's just crazy. But look at China now, everything's e-wallet. Even the pasar malam in China is you have to pay using e-wallet. All right. So now even China is talking about digital yuan. So what's going to impact in Malaysia or probably in Asia or ASEAN or the world? So will Bitcoin be able to be impacted on the digital yuan launching? So probably yes, probably no, but you know, these are things supporting the fundamental news of digital asset. So let's come back to the US market. So basically you can see here Dow Jones are pretty much doing 2.27, all right? So in Malaysia, today's a public holiday, but in US it's open. S&P 500 is basically up 17.66 point, and Nasdaq is up 133.67 point. So pretty much very positive. So let's look at digital asset price. Is it always correlate with US market? No, but today it's pretty much positive. So do monitor that as well. Whether do equity market plays an important role on the price of digital asset? Could be probably just sentiment, or probably it could be vice versa. Let's say equity market is down, digital asset price will go up. Probably because people say, hey, the equity market is not doing well, so probably I want to trade on digital asset. So, but in local market, KLCI, I will say it doesn't create that much impact on Malaysia digital asset price. It doesn't create that much impact. Okay. So let's move on the another topic. So I'll be covering on the gold as well. Okay. So let's talk about gold, which I've shared earlier. All right. So this is gold price. So let's take from the month of March during the pandemic, all right, all the way to 16 September. Okay, this is gold price. I'm just gonna cancel. I'm just gonna do Bitcoin and gold, right? So let's take Bitcoin from March to September. You can see a very positive correlation happening here. This is up. Okay, gold price up as well. So this could be coincidentally, they are probably working on a very positive correlation, but they are not any. There is no any firm studies been conducted that gold price basically correlate very well with Bitcoin, or vice versa, Bitcoin relate positively with gold price. If there's no such studies, studies are still ongoing. Okay, to talk about something, you have to prove or basically support your judgment with facts, right? Facts are basically studies. But what I have here, facts, is that charts. So charts are basically live figures. Live figures don't go wrong. So if you can see here, we are pretty much very correlation. The positive correlation is happening between Bitcoin and gold price. So I personally think if Bitcoin is able, gold price is able to break 1995, or basically coming close to 1990, then I'll be able to see probably Bitcoin price able to hit 12,000 again. All right. So yeah, let's pay attention on those as well. Okay. All right. So yep, I've covered gold price. And I would also like to share some ongoing campaigns on Tokenized Malaysia. So basically, I have covered pretty much on the regulation platform and digital asset price, what influenced the digital asset price, right? So basically, I've covered the webinar topic. So right now, I want to share about our referral campaign, right? So it's time for a win-win campaign with Tokenized Malaysia. So I'm not sure if you guys know that you basically can use your referral code to refer to your friends. So we are having this referral campaign. So with a minimum of 5 reference, you are able to compete, 1,500 worth of Bitcoin. So the winner of this campaign will walk away with 1,500 worth of Bitcoin. I'm repeating myself, not 1,500 ringgit, but 1,500 worth of Bitcoin. We will basically, if you are the winner, we will just transfer the Bitcoin to your wallet. We have done that before with our previous campaign, the Ethereum campaign. Guess the price of Ethereum to support the Ethereum 2.0 initiative, right? So the winners actually walk away with Ethereum. So this time we are doing on Bitcoin. So the campaign starts from 15 September, which is yesterday, ends on 15 October, and the winner will be announced on 16 October. So on a regular basis, we will update our top 3 charts on the referral campaign. So hope you guys can participate. So it's very, very interesting to see, people competing for this referral campaign. Moreover, if it's we are rewarding on Bitcoin. Okay. So those who have not signed up, basically this is my promo code. You guys can sign up using my promo code Tokenized Terrain. And these are our help desk. So basically, you can email to info@Tokenized Malaysia. You can chat with us in our Facebook page. Our office is in level 12, Bangunan Getah Asli, Jalampang. Our YouTube channel is available as well, or you guys can call me personally at 017-209-5074. Okay. So if there's any question from the floor, feel free to ask. I'm happy to answer your questions. Pretty much a very short session on webinar. Okay, we keep it short, we keep it brief, we keep it simple so that everybody is able to understand. Right? Any questions? I hope I'm able to gauge your sentiments towards digital asset fundamental. What's able to help the asset price movement so that you guys are not lost in the trend. So at least with this information, at least you guys will have better understanding on how to basically buy and sell on digital asset. Any question from the floor? Most welcome, Mr. Emery. Thank you so much for joining in as well, especially during a holiday period, right? That's a very good question, Mr. Steve. All right. So for your information, in Malaysia, there is only 4 approved coins, which is Bitcoin, Ethereum, Ripple, and Litecoin, approved by Security Commission. So right now, we are working on the proposal of having a Litecoin listed on Tokenized Malaysia. It's a very long process to basically get SC to approve on listing a coin. So far there's 4 coins being approved. So we already have 3 listed on our platform. So we are working on Litecoin to be listed as well. So we will be, updating further progress on our Litecoin plans. Okay. So very good question. So everything is still back to SC. They have a group of people researching on whether what coins are able to be listed in Malaysia. So at the same time, it has to be Sharia compliant. So that is very important. Okay. So yeah, for your information, digital asset is Sharia compliance. So that's going to be another topic for me to cover on a webinar session. Why digital asset is accepted as Sharia compliance. Any other questions? Okay, through YouTube channel, Mr. Steve. Okay, if you are not sure on how to access it, probably you can directly text me through WhatsApp. This is my number 017-209-5074. I'll be able to assist you. Our YouTube channel name will be Tokenized Malaysia. So we have all our webinar videos uploaded in our YouTube channel. Okay, very good question, Mr. Emery. On tokenized exchange, okay, majority of the investors are Malaysian, but at the same time, we do have foreign investors with a valid local bank account and a valid passport. All right. So as you are aware, even in banks, we onboard foreigners as long as they have valid work permit, valid passport, and valid bank account. So we are able to onboard them. Who trades Bitcoin in tokenized 24/7? Okay, that is the beauty about digital asset, because everything is decentralized. We do not know who trades, but my operation and compliance will know. Okay, but I'm not able to answer those questions. Who trades Bitcoin in tokenized 24/7? There is people who basically trade Bitcoin 24/7. All right. So we have a few clients. How do I say that? If you can see on our order status, basically you can see some orders are done 7 o'clock in the morning, some orders are done 5 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning. So we do have investors or traders basically looking at the market. Since US market is open, okay, so right now US market is basically if it's 12 hours different, it's basically 9:30 in the morning. So if US market is picking up, Malaysian market reacts as well. So yeah, people sometimes stay awake to take some fast profit from tokenized Malaysia. Okay, any other questions? But that is a very good question, Mr. Emery. Pretty much appreciate those questions. So if there's no further questions, I can basically end the call. Okay, sorry. Yes, as I said, we have custodian and from BitGo. So BitGo is basically one of our market maker as well. They ensure that all the coins listed in Tokenized Malaysia are able to meet the demand as well. So not to worry about that. And we do have some affiliates who basically provides liquidity on our platform. Okay, so we do have market makers available on Tokenized Malaysia. And that's a very good question, Mr. Emery. Okay, if you are new, you want to know how much minimum can you start investing on Tokenized Malaysia? We do accept a minimum deposit of 100 ringgit. So basically with 100 ringgit, you're able to start your crypto trading world. Okay. you can start trading on digital asset with a minimum of 100 ringgit with Tokenized Malaysia. Okay, guys, if there's no further questions, I will end the call. Thank you so much for joining in my session. All right. Hope to see you guys joining in the next session as well. So I'll be covering another topic, which is basically about order book and market spread. So that will be covered on 23rd of September. Okay. I'll be talking about order book and market spread. So, yep. Thank you so much. Happy trading, and hope to see you guys participating on our referral campaign as well. So, yep. Good night. Thank you, and have a very, very pleasant day ahead of you guys. Thank you so much.